Hey Leo, it's Amber here at Symbols for Living. Welcome to your November 2018 love reading. The spread that I'm using is the How Does She or He Feel About You spread. This is for Leo Moon, Sun, Rising, Venus, or even if Leo is the ruler of your 7th house, meaning that your rising sign would be Aquarius. You may find this video helpful. In fact, all love readings may be helpful to you for the sign of Leo. If your 7th house is ruled by Leo. I'm going to go ahead and get started. So currently your partner feels the 10 of Cups for you, Leo. Feels very cheerful, overjoyed, overwhelmed, very happy to have met you. May see a long future with you, thinks you get on great with their family and friends. Like your overall just very positive influence and positive thing in their life. You may be that 10th cup. You may make them, truly happy. You're the icing on the cake for them. Okay, so we've got the 8 of Pentacles. Your partner is coming from a place. This is their motivational position, subconscious, hidden, private life kind of area, who this person really is. They're a very hardworking person, very committed to this relationship, I think, or to you. But just very committed in general and take things very seriously, sees things through for the long haul. That's the type of person that this is. And they're very, it looks like, very concerned about the relationship and the success of it. And they're willing to put in the time, hours and effort, blood, sweat and tears to make this work. They may also be a stickler for details as well, and can be quite particular about things. So then we've got the King of Pentacles. So it may be an earth sign that you're seeing. This person is probably doing quite well financially, very good with money, maybe very ambitious, likes flashy things, nice car, nice clothes, always likes the best and the finest food, the finest wine, the most classiest partners, obviously why they've chosen Leo. And yeah, they're just really about their money, about security. They could also be quite a family orientated person as well. They could be quite fixed and quite stubborn as well. But they could be really big on family and commitment and those permanent ties that we have in our lives. Those could be quite important to him. So like this kind of character like really respects and appreciates like lineage and like history and all of those things. So yeah, they may have felt very financially they may have felt very proud to be with you in the past. You could have made them look really good here with the King of Pentacles. Okay, so then we've got the Chariot card for their intentions. Again, this determination is reflected here in their intentions, where they're determined, come high or hell water. What's it called? Higher hell water? High or low water? No matter what, they're going to make it work. They're going to find a way to make it work. They're going to overcome obstacles. They're quite focused on family as well. I think they understand that anything good doesn't come without hard work. So with the 2 of Swords, it looks like they are going to want to make a decision. They may feel like they haven't got all the information they need to make a decision around the relationship. They could be having a lot of things on their chest that they're not actually saying to you about a decision that they need to make. Okay, so we've got the 4 of Swords here to clarify the 10 of Cups. So although they're very, very happy with you, there may not be a lot of communication. However, there's like a quiet contentment between you two. This could also be very healing for your partner too, or they could also be very healing towards you. It's almost like when you're with each other, it's like a break from things. Like you may feel like you're on a holiday when you're with each other, kind of thing. Like it just feels really good. And or this could be that there's not a lot of communication here. It could be that you guys are taking a holiday together, you're taking a break together as well with family, taking some time out. Or it could just mean that they really, really, really like you at the moment and everything is great. In fact, there's nothing more that they really could ask. They think that you're everything. However, there's no communication at the moment. It could be that there's no communication because they maybe like you so much that they don't want to say the wrong thing. They could be quite thoughtful about the next steps that they're going to take. Or they could, I think they're really just basking in this glorious time that they're having with you, and just kind of soaking it all up and kind of relaxing and taking it really easy. They're not very fast in coming forward, I don't feel, with you though at the moment. So we've got the Hanged Man to clarify the Eight of Pentacles. This person is making a lot of sacrifices, I feel, to make the relationship work. That could be what they're unhappy about and what they're kind of not telling you in the near future, that maybe they've decided to make a change to maybe create a more, a feeling of balance and contentedness within themselves. Because at the moment they feel like they're making quite a big sacrifice, that they're having to really do quite a lot to make this relationship work, or to keep things happy. They may want a break from this. They may feel like they have got a lot of pressure is on them to keep the relationship kind of balanced and happy, and everyone has what they need. Yeah, they could be kind of feeling the burn of that. Or it could be that this relationship has given them a new perspective. It has brought in healing, and it has given them a new perspective where they now don't see a lot of the things they may have considered hard work before as hard work now. They see it as a honorable sacrifice, and that there will be plenty of bountiful rewards that will come after that. And so therefore, it may look to others possibly that this person is overworking or doing too much, but this person doesn't feel that way. Maybe they feel that it's all worth it, and it's a sacrifice that's necessary in order to get what they want. Okay, so we've got the Wheel of Fortune here that clarifies the King of Pentacles. This person does feel lucky to have met you. Like I said, like, you make them, I think, look really good. And I think Leos generally are going to do that anyway, because I think Leos are usually quite striking in appearance, usually. A lot of you guys anyway. I think more the ones that are born in August. Like, you tend to have like light coloured eyes and, dark hair, or kind of medium brown hair, or very light brown or green or blue, and then there's that contrasting hair. Or there's always something about you that when you walk into a room, it's like, oh, there's a Leo. It's like it's striking. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I've seen. I was best friends with a Leo throughout the whole of school, and she had the most piercing blue eyes and dark brown hair. And yeah, and then I've met others that also have similar kind of colouring going on, light and dark, or just light and bright. So you're very striking in appearance, and you often take quite good care of your body, and quite fit naturally. You've got a lovely kind of shape about you guys, because you like the cat. So you've got this lovely attractiveness to you, and I think you can make anyone look good, so you might carry off this person, or this person definitely feels very proud to have you on their arm. And they feel like that things are turning in their favor, like they've hit the jackpot. But this Ten of Cups here and the Wheel of Fortune, they feel like they've got really lucky, to have met maybe someone who's beautiful and fun and sensitive and got a good work ethic. You've got all these, maybe you're just ticking all these boxes that's really satisfying to your partner, and they're really happy, and I think they feel quite healed. I feel that maybe they feel like they can exhale, when they're with you, that they can just exhale and just relax. And it's quite healing to be around you, and to be part of this relationship. They think that they've got very lucky, and that fate has dealt them a very lucky card. And they understand that, but this person is a very hard-working person, and they don't mind to sacrifice to work to get what they want. They'd be willing to put in a whole year's worth of effort into a project that might require them to work Monday to Sunday, like all day for a year. I mean, they might not do that in particular, but that kind of thing where they'll be willing to be committed to something solely because they know that after that year, they'll then have maybe 10 years of ease and income from that hard work. So this person's quite good like that. They're able to see into the future and like plan like that and make the right decisions now and put the work in, and they're willing to sacrifice everything. They might get a few grey hairs that year, they might lose the feeling in their thumb from writing so much that year, but it's like a sacrifice that they're willing to make for those 10 years. So that's this kind of person with the 8 of coins here and with the Hanged Man. Like, they're willing to make that sacrifice because it's for a good reason. They feel completely justified. So yeah, this person is definitely hardworking. So we've got the 2 of coins to clarify the Chariot card, which talks about juggling. This person is anticipating there to be some sort of shift, juggling, movement, and lots of adjustments may need to be made to make the relationship work, but they're willing to do that. So this could just be a further reflection of them knowing that things will take hard work. There will need to be adjustments, things will have to go, things will have to be brought in. Things will need to be rebalanced in such a way to make things work. This could be around money and time, attention, things like that. They may be looking to win this. Like this person's like really fixated on making things work. Like they're just determined, like super determined. And I think they quite enjoy it. So if you are giving them a challenge in doing this, they quite like the challenge. Okay, so then we've got the King of Cups to clarify the 2 of Swords. So the reason why this person is not maybe being very expressive about their feelings or what's really going on is because they're trying to remain emotionally balanced. Like they don't want to come across maybe as over emotional or seeming like they've lost control of their emotions. They may feel that they're not, if they are this King of Pentacles and very materialistic, in their kind of way of thinking and being, they may not feel comfortable expressing their emotions. They may think way too much about it. Like, okay, well, if I say that to her, I might come across as this and she might not. So they may not know what to say because they're trying to control the way maybe you view them and how they handle their emotions. This person could also be hiding the fact that they have got a lot of emotion. They could be hiding the fact that they are actually underneath it all, aren't this tough person, but actually is quite a mushy, emotional person. Sorry, one moment. Sorry about that. Got a cold. So yeah, this person may be trying to hide their emotions and trying to be really and we got here again with the Cups card with this like this no talking, this trying not to be too emotional, trying to be cool, just trying to go with the flow. I think there's this kind of energy for some reason for this person. They don't want to be overly mushy, I don't think, with you, because they might feel like it's revealing too much, that they might come across too strong. They do have really strong emotional feelings for you. It's also quite protective of you as well. But they don't seem to want to really show it all that much. They might not want to say they might not want to say what they're actually thinking or feeling. They might want to consider every word they say. This could also be, this person making a decision towards the end of the month. Or maybe unable to make a decision. I really think it's actually just talking about this person not really being able to say much because they just feel like it's all going to come out and It's all a bit too much for them. Okay, so we've got the Page of Swords for your current energy. So you could have a lot of questions. You could, this might be this person, this person feels very strongly towards you, but they're not saying anything. With the Four of Swords here, they're not saying anything for some reason. They could be healing. They could be just taking time out for themselves. I don't know, but you're now really curious, and you might be sending them messages, and they might not be saying anything. They could also be with family, if this is more of a darker reading, and this is about someone else, although there's no threes here. It could be that, yeah, they could be with family at the moment and unreachable. That could be the case as well. But I don't think that is the case. I think what's happening is this person does have a lot of strong feelings for you and does really like you, but they're just not saying it. They might not want the drama. You know what I mean? You are a Leo, and I think one of the most descriptive words for Leos apparently is drama. I mean, I didn't say that. That's just what I heard. So it could be that they've heard the same thing, and they're maybe not wanting to really say too much, or maybe they're just the kind of person that just is really cool. They say things in their own time, and they're just really chilled. But you obviously have got a lot of energy, and you're inquisitive and you're curious, as cats are. And you've got questions and you want to know certain things, and you may be a little bit suspect about this person as well, because you just don't feel like you know them well enough. You may feel like you need to know more, you need to spend more time with this person before you know really what you're going with this person. So we've got another Page of Cups for your for where you're really coming from, who you really are, what's your private life. Card is represented here by the Page of Cups. So I think that you are starting to have feelings for this person, and I think you maybe would like to talk about it with this person. You want to open up with this person. You may be like wanting things to kind of start. You may want to kind of open up communication. You may really want to talk to this person. You may love all that stuff. You may love kind of romantic phone calls or lovely phone calls and texts and those kind of things. Like you like maybe that stage of relationships as well. That kind of honeymoon period where you're both very innocently kind of just feeling each other out and having fun together. So I think these two pages also talk about your playful side as well, Leo. You can be quite playful, so you could have a kind of innocence towards, innocent kind of perspective towards this relationship, where you are just genuinely quite innocently curious, kind of like how a cat is. When someone new walks in, it's like, kind of like sniff you out and, check you out. So yeah. All right, so we've got the Six of Swords for the near past. The near past, you may have been trying to get away from this person. With the Six of Swords here, for some reason, you may be trying to get away from them because you may have found them stressful. You may not have found them particularly fun to be around, or it could also mean that conversation was pretty good between you two, and it made you feel maybe very at ease, very relaxed, very safe. They might have made you feel like everything's just going to be okay, or you could have also kind of done that for them, like just made them feel like everything's going to be okay and things are going to get better and it's okay, like I'm always going to be here. That kind of reassuring energy you may have kind of given to this person. There could have been also really good communication between you guys. It could have just been really positive back and forth here, as it is a six. It does talk about reciprocity. So there might have been a really lovely kind of exchange where you both maybe felt like as you talked, things just kind of got better in your lives, or like, you know, you just really, really good conversations that maybe solved a lot of issues, or you know, solved a lot of questions that you had. You might have been able to have some really kind of in-depth, quite significant conversations with this person. You could have also been talking to this person about traveling as well. That's what could have been happening here. You could have done a lot of talk about traveling. Maybe you were talking about going to see them. Maybe this person has got a beautiful home, you know, that they're very peaceful in, and you're still trying to kind of communicate with them about traveling there. But either way, it's very positive. And I think this person does offer you some sort of peace mentally. Okay, this person could have like a really soothing voice or something like that, you know. So we've got the Knight of Pentacles for your intentions. Your intention looks like you want to make a commitment to this person. You're not ready to jump in. I think you want to make a commitment, but you want to also take your time. Sorry, 1 moment. Sorry about that. It's that time of the day. Everyone's coming back home. Okay, so I'll have to be as quick as I can with this. So Knight of Pentacles. So yeah, it looks like you do want to make a commitment, but you want to do things the right way at the right time. You like to kind of have more of a plan as to how things are going to go. And I think you really want to know more about this person before you make a commitment. You still got loads of questions. You still would like to take things slow, but take things serious at the same time. So then we have got, I'm doing a reading. So then we've got the Five of Wands for the near future. So it could be kind of a conflict in the near future for you, possibly internally. You may want this person to open up, but they're just not opening up. This person could also be with the King of Cups, hiding that actually they're a little bit emotionally manipulative. And they maybe like to play games and not talk and not say. So they have this kind of upper hand in the relationship. Sometimes that can happen with the King of Cups. And that could be what they're hiding. I don't see anything really sinister here. This person is a workaholic though. They do work really hard, but they do want to make it work. They do want to travel. Even with the Two of Coins there, is that they want to travel. There's more water, more ships. They do intend to travel to come to see you, I think, or you them. There's definitely travel here, especially with the Chariot card. But maybe it's all in good time. It's about when they can find the time here, as they do work a lot. So it's about them finding the time, I think, to do that. But for you, it looks like you're already kind of sold on this person a little bit. And you kind of half made a commitment. They've kind of got your attention, but you're not really kind of making it official or really, you know, doing the full King of Pentacles or Queen of Pentacles, like full commitment, or even Lover's card, until you know a bit more. But you maybe intend to tell this person that, look, I actually really like you, and I think we can have a serious relationship. This is what I need, or this is what I want, or how do you feel about that, or these are my plans. It's like you could come out with it and kind of say, you know, let's give it a go kind of thing. They may not come back with the answer straight away. So I probably would, if I were you, my own personal advice is not kind of to put your whole self out there on the line with this person, because this person, regardless, even if you were to probably tell them that, you know, you love them or whatever, I think it might actually kind of scare them off a little bit, because all this high emotion seems to put them in this kind of reclusive, or I can get the thing off the table, seems to kind of quieten them down, seems to put them into themselves when there's all this emotion, you know. And then we've got that again repeated here in the near future, where, you know, there's all this emotion, but then nothing's being said, and it's all, you know, quiet, and cards close to the chest, and just refusing really to open up that heart chakra. They're covering up their heart chakra. They don't want to talk from the heart. They want to talk from the head. could be an air sign that you're seeing, because we have got 3 air cards here, but it could absolutely be an earth sign as well, because we've got a strong earth energy here as well. And you seem conflicted about this. You may feel frustrated about this. You may feel like it even bruises your ego a little bit that this person isn't responding or saying what you want to hear or opening up to you. But the King of Cups here is saying that this person is very emotionally stable. They don't act in a kind of a dramatic way. They will probably be very just like very measured in their emotional outpouring. You know, not really robotic. I would say it's probably more the King of Swords might be more robotic. But then even a King of Swords, they've got a sense of humor. You know, the King of Cups can be someone who is very emotionally controlled. And also very sensitive. He could have been through some hurts himself. It's similar to the Queen of Swords, but like the King of Cups is almost like her opposite. You know, someone who's defensive, possibly a little bit, but has got a lot of emotion there to give, but they're not ready to give that. They're protecting their heart, and they've got it right over their heart like that as well. So yeah, I think that's what's happening. Your advice here is to stand your ground and not give up. Okay, then we've got the 4 of Coins, not giving up again, not letting go. 2 of Wands does mean taking a risk, trying something new, leaving something behind, trying something new. Although when I pulled the cards, this was reversed. So it could actually be saying, you know, don't try something new. Do hold on. Do stand your ground. Fight for whatever you've acquired so far. Fight for what you know to be is right as well. And the 2 of Wands, I mean, if it was completely upright, as I read all my cards upright, no matter how they come out, you know, it could be that you need to recognize maybe, you know, as you are holding on and are defending your position and not kind of backing down, it may be wise to consider other options that are out there, and keep your options open, even if that is just to kind of, maybe it's good for your ego. You know, if this person isn't, you know, communicating, then it may be good for you to kind of keep your options open in some way. But maybe in time this will work itself out. You know, maybe come December, or maybe after the retrograde, Venus retrograde, things will kind of fall into place a bit better. But I think the 2 of Wands is also saying that, you know, don't go back, like stick with this. There's more to come. This is just the beginning as well. The 2 of Wands can actually represent that. And making a commitment, making a choice, you know, sticking to your choice. Remember the choice that you made if it was to be with this person. So Leo, November 2018. Leo, November 2018. Okay. All right. Freedom is spiritual advice. So yeah, I think that's what maybe was touching a bit on the 2 of Wands, where I said kind of keep your options open. There's This person may need a lot of space. They may need that kind of freedom. If they're an air sign, they may very well be that way, where they don't like to really be tied down. They need that space to breathe. And you're also being advised, I think, to kind of use this space, if there is distance between you two, as an opportunity for you to kind of breathe and to yes, just enjoy your freedom. So the obstacle is twin flames. So no matter what, you guys just keep coming back together. That's what this card, I feel, represents here. It's a special union, a lot to be learned by you two as a couple as well. Got gifts. Gifts is what brings you together. So it could be that you really complement each other, like you're a gift to each other. It could also mean that you guys are getting a lot of gifts, giving a lot of gifts. That's also be what brings you together. There's a certain amount of generosity between you two, but there's definitely reciprocity between you two. So then we've got long distance. You're learning about there being a distance between you two, learning to deal with the silence or the silent treatment or whatever is going on here. Learning how to maybe love something from a distance. You've then got wallflower. Your partner may be quite introverted, maybe a bit of a wallflower, doesn't really say that much, doesn't talk that much. Okay, so you see them as a triangle. You see them as being like maybe overly committed to work, with them being workaholics. You may see them as having to make a decision. You may feel that they're undecided between you and someone else, or you and work, or you and their previous lifestyle. But it is about, with the Two of Wands there as well, it is about you guys, or maybe especially your partner, kind of taking this new opportunity, going with it, even if it is a bit scary, but to go with it and try something new rather than sticking to what they've always done. Okay, so they see you as travel. They see you as maybe far away. They see you as an opportunity to travel, to it's destiny, by the way. So everything that's happening is supposed to happen at the moment. So don't worry too much about that, about the outcome. The outcome will be what it will be, as it's supposed to be. So don't worry too much about that. And the travel card here, as I said, I think your partner is just realizing that they may need to put the effort into travel to come to see you. And we did get that there with the Two of Coins, Six of Swords, and the Chariot card. But maybe they're undecided about traveling towards you, but they realize that, you know, if they were to maybe embark on a relationship with you, it may require travel. Okay. I think I can take all of them, or can I? It's so weird. I think I had these exact same cards for someone, another sign. So we've got Treasure Island, which could talk about travel and also the fact that this person may have felt that they found their treasure. We've got Higher Power, which I think is talking about destiny, and the twin flame kind of energy. It's like you guys are meant to be together at the moment. There's something that you guys maybe need to work through. A change in the wind. It's quite self-explanatory. There's a change in the wind. It's time for change. Like I said, with the Two of Wands, the Two of Wands card is becoming more and more clearer. But there is a change in the wind. It could also mean travel, maybe flying as well. But there is a change in the wind. There is something new developing possibly in your life, taking you down a whole new road. And same for your partner. And the here and now, not to worry about the future or the past, but to focus on what's happening right now. And that could be a major issue. So it's just, these are kind of tidbits for you to remember, maybe when you're dealing with issues with your partner, and maybe they may say something that talks about their fears about the past, or talks about their fears for the future. And maybe that you might remember that card and say, well, what about what's happening right now? Like, what are we going to do about right now? How do you feel about right now? You know, and you might maybe bring them back into the here and now and remind them of all the things that are available to them now that they may not be taking because of something that happened in the past or the future, what they think might happen in the future. So that might help you there, because I feel like for you, you kind of are quite grounded. I don't feel that there's no sort of exaggerated energies for you. You seem to be quite balanced. I think it's more your partner that has got to deal with this change in the wind. And I think really for you is just to remember that there is a higher power. This is a kind of protected, destined kind of connection that will have a kind of twin flame energy that will just kind of keep pulling you together, I think. Yeah, and it, you know, it may take work with the Treasure Island here. I mean, treasure islands are never found, are they? So it's like a bit of a journey. It's more, you know, it could also be saying, you know, it's not about the destination, but it's about the journey. You know, it's about the experiences that you have along the way. So it's the attraction that you guys have together that actually is pulling you down a particular path. Like, you're both each other's treasure, you're both each other's gift. So you may think the world of him or her, and she you, or him you, and it kind of pulls you together because you're each other's treasure. So you then kind of are attracted to each other because you both see each other as a treasure island. So you're kind of there. But then it's like you have to now bring this lovely idea and imaginative kind of dream that you guys have of being together into reality. And that's the journey as well. And yeah, eventually, hopefully you guys will get there. But then you may never, you know, but then you will have a fantastic journey though. You know, people who are married for, I don't know, for 50, 60, 70 years may never really even feel like they really truly know their partner. There's always going to be things they don't know. There's always going to be things that they're learning about themselves and about their partner. So you never actually ever reach that point, I don't think, of like complete union and you so know each other and you know, you don't. So, but the journey itself is what's beautiful. It's the experiences, it's the memories. And I think you're just being reminded of that as well, to enjoy the moment with the here and now and not worry too much about the future. It is protected. It may feel a bit unstable because there is a change in the wind for you guys. But spirits ask you to remember about freedom. You're free. You're not trapped. If you feel trapped, you don't feel trapped. You're free. You have the freedom to do whatever you want. Like I said, it's almost like you'll be pulled together all the time. Maybe a spirit is saying to you, you know, you can do anything, and this person's still going to kind of, you're still going to find yourselves back together kind of thing. So don't be too worried. You could also need to encourage your partner to speak freely, you know, and let them, remind them that they can feel completely free to say anything they want to say to you, you know. So yeah, that's the reading. Hope that you enjoyed it. I think it's quite a nice reading to deliver. If you did, please do like, share and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. There's also links in the description bar or description box to my email address if you'd like your own reading. There's also links to the cards if you'd like to purchase them yourself. It goes straight through to Amazon, and they give me a little pat on the back if you do decide to buy one of the decks. That's always a great support to the channel. I'd really appreciate that as well if you're interested in buying decks. Yeah, check me out on Instagram, Facebook, or wherever you know. And yeah, hopefully we'll connect again soon, and definitely I'll see you again next month. Okay, so take care. Bye.